Hello everyone, welcome to another exciting section of OVChem Consult Limited presentation. And today in our presentation we are going to be looking at Combating Complacency by OVChem Consult Limited. Combating Complacency by OVChem Consult Limited. We're going to look at this presentation under the following thematic. We look at what is complacency, we look at signs of complacency, we look at effects of complacency, then we look at combating complacency. We go to the first on the thematic, which is what is complacency. Complacency is a feeling of self-satisfaction or security, especially accompanied by unawareness of some potential dangers, defects, or deficiency. When an individual is satisfied with his present state or status, or secured with his present state or status, not taking cognizance of the potential dangers, defect, and deficiency that are inherent in that state of self-satisfaction or security, we can say that individual is in a state of complacency. Complacency is in fact a risk, and there are only few methods in dealing with risk. What are the signs of complacency? The signs of complacency are not being actively engaged in work. An individual that is complacent does not get his or herself fully involved, engaged in work, perhaps in the workplace. There's a little withdrawal from work as a result of that complacent nature. Not staying up to date in your field or industry. When one is complacent, he or she is not interested in getting updated with new innovations, new ideas that are prevalent in his or her field or industry of practice. Another sign of complacency is not seeking or taking advantage of new opportunities. When one is complacent and opportunities comes to him or her, he or she doesn't take advantage of those opportunities. To him or to her, they are irrelevant. That's a sign of complacency. Not maintaining or building networks for improvement. When an individual is supposed to make network, to get connections with people in order for him or her to get developed and improve, and that individual withdraws from building or maintaining such network, we could say that that individual is complacent. Not being a good team player, always wanting to do things on his or her own, we can say that individual is complacent. When an individual lacks initiative, we can say he or she is complacent. What are the effects of complacency? What are the outcomes? When one is complacent, it will lead to loss of work time. The time you are supposed to be engaged in work, you're going to lose it because you are not fully or actively engaged in work. And when one is not actively or fully engaged in work, sometimes it could lead to massive failure. And when one is not fully engaged in a task that he or she is doing, it could lead to an accident. It's like somebody who is driving a car and is not fully focused, is complacent while driving. That individual is prone to be involved in an accident, which could lead to injury and eventually lead to death. Another effect of complacency is loss of production. When one is complacent, it could lead to loss of production, and eventually the individual or group of individuals will definitely lack success. How then do we combat complacency? That moves us to the next on the thematic, which is combating complacency. The first thing we need to do in the process of combating complacency is to correct unsafe behaviors and habits. Habits and behaviors that are detrimental to one's success, that are detrimental to one being able to achieve or fulfill his or her tasks or dreams or our goals. We correct them. Open up to new ideas and fresh opinions. You need to open up to new innovations, to new ideas and opinions from other people. You must have a specific plan for each day. If you don't want to be complacent, you plan your work and you need to work your plan. You must keep your purpose clear. And lastly, if you don't want to be complacent, you want to combat complacency, you must engage in self-improvement training programs. Get yourself improved, get yourself updated, get yourself enlightened with current innovations, with current happenings, technologies in your field, in your workplace, in your industry, or in your company. At this juncture, I want to say thank you for listening. If you have comments, if you have questions, you can make your comments and you could also ask your question. This presentation has come to you via OVChem Consult Limited. OVChem Consult Limited is an engineering, environmental services, safety training, and a chemical company. You could like our page on Facebook, which is at OVChem. You could also follow us on Facebook, which is at OVChem, and also in all our other social media handles, Twitter and our Instagram, which is at OVChem1. You could subscribe to our YouTube channel, and you could also share the video. If the video is good to you as an individual or even good to your organization, you could share it and listen to it to see how you can help to get people extricated from the world of complacency. At this junction, I want to say again, thank you for listening. I hope to see you soon in another exciting section of OVChem Consult Limited presentation. For now, I'll say goodbye.